Like, after you do all that hooting and hollering and yelling and whatever else, or like being aggressive about it, like, you're exhausted. Like hey honeys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Bree. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like it if you like this video, and comment and let me know that you're here. If you are returning to my channel, hey girl, hey, welcome back. You already know the vibes. So today I want to talk about this like soft girl lifestyle that we see a lot now, like on social media. And like for me, like what is this like soft girl like lifestyle? And honestly, like a soft girl lifestyle isn't something like I feel like I even have fully like right now, but like, or even something that like I've ever really had like growing up and like up to this point. And like I'm 27 now, so it's like up to this point in like my adulthood or my womanhood. But like I like it. I like the idea of like this soft girl lifestyle. And I think some people think like this is a trend, or like this is like this like new like fetish thing or whatever. Like people have like the clean girl lifestyle. That I don't understand. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't know what a clean girl is, y'all. Like I don't know. Like I am clean. I wash my body, I wash my face, I do all this every day. I keep my house put together. What is a clean girl? What is a dirty girl? Like the soft girl life, I do like this for anybody who is naturally more aggressive, for anybody that's like very outspoken, anybody that's like really strong-minded, very vocal, strong stance like of a woman. And not that you're loud, but like you like your presence is felt when you walk into a room. You have a very strong energy to you. And these are all the examples that I'm giving based on me, right? So like this isn't me trying to define this for somebody else. This is me defining like my personality, and then like what the soft girl lifestyle like means for me. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. So again, like I just feel like if you're kind of that person where like I'm super strong-minded, like I'm very independent, like I've been really like taking care of myself since I graduated college and I moved to Atlanta, and then I was like moving out here to Arizona. Like of course, like when I ran into situations before in the past, like when I've lost a job, like not this one recently if you watched my last video, but like when I lived in Atlanta and things like that, like I've always had my parents back and like they've always been able to help me, thankfully. But outside of that, I have been, you know, I've been employed and taking care of myself and paying all my own bills consistently all by myself. And on top of that, you know, when you're raised to be a strong woman or just a strong individual in general, that sometimes can carry with you like almost like as a chip on your shoulder when you don't recognize early that like it's making you naturally defensive, or it's making you come across like you're angry and you're not. You know, I have two brothers and my dad, and it's like me and my mom. And like me and my mom weren't like super close growing up. Like there wasn't like nothing wrong with us, you know what I mean? Like my mom was always my girl, but like me and my mom didn't become best. Like, you know, my mom had to be my mom growing up, you know what I mean? It wasn't until I went off to college that me and my mom were able to start developing like this friendship, like this next level like friendship, because now it's like I'm an adult. But like growing up, my mom always had like to be a mom and, you know, to care. And my mom was always super loving, but like to cater and to just like, you know, discipline and make sure that my head was on straight and I'm focused on my grades and things like that. Like that relationship, me and my mom did not develop until I went to college. So being able to, and my mom is super strong, super independent, like super resilient. So seeing like a soft girl, I didn't have that growing up, and like being like a soft girl. Plus, like I said, I have two brothers. All of my cousins are guys. Like shout out to all the cousins. And you know, and then being close with my dad. So it's like having a lot of male energy around me made me a stronger woman, almost made me tomboyish. I definitely have like a tomboy phase, like made me tomboyish at times too, but I didn't have like the soft girl lifestyle where it was just like in a sense, like it's okay to cry and be emotional and it's like whatever. Like I came from very much like a thug it out mentality, which like 50-50 when it comes to that for me personally, where it's like 50-50, like the good side about it is like I've been resilient and I pushed through the things I needed to push through, and I don't let my circumstances like get the best of me, and I don't lay down for long. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't let life beat me up. Like things happen, you get up, you keep fighting, and you do what you got to do to get forward. So that's kind of like that thug it out mentality. Was like, life hit me and life punched me, but I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna keep going. Like, I may have lost this job, but I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna keep going. Man went through this breakup. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna keep going. Like, it gives you that, like, I gotta thug it out. I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna keep going mentality. And that's good. Like I said, in order to push through and don't let life kick you behind all the way down and beat you down. But on the other end, it doesn't create a lot of space for you to feel. It doesn't create a lot of space for you to process your emotions. It doesn't create a lot of space for you to just like, and not to say like, oh, women should be allowed to cry, because men should be able to cry too, and like, that's okay. But as a woman, it doesn't give you that space to kind of be soft. If you are naturally like, I gotta thug it out. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you grew up with that mentality and you have that throughout your life. And then oftentimes you're gonna treat other people like that as well. So like, if I have friends or like relationships and things happen, I'll be like, what you crying for? Like, let's go. Let's figure this out. Like, I'm not here to coddle you in your feelings. Like, that was always me. Like, I'm not to sit here and coddle you in these feelings because you going through some stuff. We all going through stuff. We all done went through stuff. Get up. But it's like, okay, after a while, sometimes it can develop, for me personally, like this mean spirit inside of you because you're constantly like thugging things out and you got these emotions in you that you haven't processed yet. And so like creating this soft girl lifestyle for me is just like, it's okay to feel. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to just be the lady in the room. Like, and I don't want to seem like, oh, stereotypical to like a woman does this and a woman does that. But it's like, for me, I'm allowed to feel like a flower. I'm allowed to blossom. I'm allowed to sit and be pretty. I'm allowed to be delicate, where you can't just come beating me up, and I need to be nourished. Like, I'm allowed to be a flower if I want to be a flower. If I want to be a rock, I want to be a rock. But there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a great balance of having both, especially like if you're a mom. Like, you're gonna have to have sometimes that thug it out mentality to do what you got to do for your kids, or even in general for work or your partner or whatever it is. But there are still moments where it's like, I should be allowed to just be, and to just be a woman, if that makes sense. So like the soft girl lifestyle for me is like remembering to cater to my self-love and remembering to take time to do the things for me that I like. If that's like running a bath for myself with the rose petals and the relaxing and going out and getting my nails done and feeling pretty and getting dressed up for like absolutely no reason and just creating this very very soft and just like gentle life. I think I'm going to use the word like gentle more than I want to use like a soft girl, because I don't want it to come across like I'm just soft and I'm weak, but more so like this gentle lifestyle. So for me, like, I want to create a gentle life. I don't want to be defensive with people, like the things that people say to me. I don't want to feel like I need to retaliate when someone has done something that I dislike. I don't want to feel like words are like hurting my ego and how dare you say this to me all the time. Like, I don't want that. I want to be gentle, and I need to give off gentle energy if that's the way that I want to be treated. So like, if something bothers me, I don't need to give such a harsh response, because that's just the way that I've been raised, or that's just the way, like the way that I've seen it done. I want to be able to be gentle. Like, allow me to express my emotions without needing to raise my voice or like to get out of character. Like, I can let my word be my word no matter my tone. Let's make that very clear. Like, let my word be my word without the change of my tone, like adding value to what I said. Because I should be able to say, I don't like this, or like this hurt my feelings. And being able to say it just like that, and that holds credibility, that holds value, that has been heard, that has been what's the word that I'm looking for? The word I might be looking for is like validated. But like, like let my words be like validated. Like, validate what I say, and when I say it like that, instead of, I shouldn't have to come across and be like, you da 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 beep 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 da da da. You know what I mean? And like raising my voice and getting out of character, or what our generation likes to do is like going all over social media or blocking each other, you know what I mean? And like doing stuff like that in order for a person to hear you. And I'm like learning now that like you are either going to hold space to validate my feelings and validate my words when I say it like this, or just not at all. Because I should be able to be gentle with you and somebody be gentle with me in order to be respected. My tone should not change the way that I'm respected. And it doesn't. It wakes somebody up for the moment, but like it shouldn't have to be that way. That's what we hear nowadays, like this gentle parenting, because there's another way to get across what you're trying to say, or maybe what you're trying to like implement or discipline or teach. That doesn't always have to necessarily be the way that maybe we were raised on, with like whoopings and spankings or whatever you want to call them, or yelling and things like that. Like there's this new style of gentle parenting, and some people are completely against it and they feel like it doesn't work. But I believe in that as like myself as a woman. Like I should be a gentle adult. Like I should be able to teach, I should be able to share my feelings, I should be able to talk and listen gentle, and be able to have that energy reciprocated, versus it being aggression, versus it feeling like, nah bro, like I ain't feeling that. Like, you know, when coming across with that energy where it's like, I should be able to be a gentle person. Like man or woman, whatever, you should be allowed to be gentle and be calm with your words and be level-headed and be able to validate what other people are saying without getting out of character in order to do so. Period, point blank. So I am in this space where I'm trying to create like this new gentle energy for myself. And a lot of it starts with like, it's just practice. It's in how I talk to my friends, jokingly or not, how I talk with my family, my parents, my brothers, how you speak with like, you know, partners and relationships and things like that. It's like ultimately like, you know, the whole like goal. So like it really just starts in like your everyday conversations, like even at work, if you disagree like on a process, like how are you saying it? And it's not a matter of like being afraid. It's not a matter of like walking on eggshells. It's just that like getting out of character is so exhausting, if we're gonna be honest. Like after you do all that hooting and hollering and yelling and whatever else, or like being aggressive about it, like you're exhausted. Like you're tired. It takes so much more energy to come across like that than it does to just like be normal and use your inside voice, use your inside tone, give off the right energy. Like there's so much more energy and effort and exhaustion given when you're hooting and hollering and like being aggressive than it is for me just to be gentle about the things that I'm saying. And then ultimately, like it starts with, like I said, being gentle with myself. Am I creating this soft girl lifestyle for myself in order to be able to give off genuine like soft girl energy? So like I said, am I focused on my self-care? Like, do I take care of myself? Am I talking to myself in a positive way? Am I being gentle with the words that I share with myself in my home? You get mad at somebody at a restaurant and like customer service, like how do you respond? You know, like immediately, like what's your go-to? What are you saying? In traffic, what are you saying? Like, you know what I mean? So like creating like taking baby steps to create this like gentle lifestyle on just like how you respond, how you perceive things, and then like also like how are you treating yourself? If I am burning myself out, I'm not taking time for myself, I'm not giving myself any sort of like relaxation and any sort of self-care and showing myself any sort of love in a gentle way, how can I expect that to be done to me? Or how can I expect that to be the energy that I give off if it's not the energy that I even show myself? So I have been working on like internally, like giving this soft girl lifestyle, because I think it's just so necessary. Like for me, it's what I want. I'm 27. I have spent the last 27 years being tough, being thug it out, being giving off one of the energy like I'm one of the bros, and I'm tired of it. I'm a lady. I'm a lady. I want to be a lady. I want to be, you know, I'm going to be obviously like still independent and handle everything on my own, but it's like I want to be a lady, and I don't want it to be like I respond like this based off of trauma or based off of past experiences or like whatever. Like, no, I don't want to be aggressive because like that's just the way that I'm supposed to be. No, like no, that's not true. Or like, oh, everything requires you just to have to like get back at life or get back, or like, you know, that you don't get time to process and feel. That is not true. Like I make sure that like when I feel a way about stuff, like I don't want to react impulsively like to whomever it is or whatever the situation is. Like now I'm trying so hard to like be gentle with my words and how I respond to people, but also like I'm allowed to feel. I'm not ever gonna get myself down into a rut. I'm never gonna like give up on myself. I'm never gonna not make sure that I'm taking care of myself, but I am allowed to feel. And that has like been like one of the biggest things for me that I'm realizing when you have like this thug it out, keep going mentality, you gotta keep moving forward, you gotta push through. It's like, yes, but like at the appropriate time, or you're going to harvest energy that you have not got a chance to process. And that's just me personally. Like, I don't want to harvest energy or emotions because I never really fully processed them, and I never rather talk them out or put them in my journal or whatever it is. Like, I don't want that for me. I want to be able to give myself the space to process, to feel, like, and to bounce back on whatever it is. And that's okay. Like, I have never been like a soft girl, like a gentle girl, a crier for real, or things like that. Never been me. And that's just because I'm always kind of like, nah, I gotta thug this out. And my reaction to my feelings getting hurt is aggression or anger versus it is like crying, because like crying ain't something I'm really allowed to do, is what it's felt like. So it's like, okay, if I can't cry, you're mad, you know what I mean? You're angry, now you're frustrated because you don't cry in a moment where your emotions are like, I kind of want to cry, and you're like, nah, girl, we don't cry. So now you angry and you're frustrated because you're not doing what like your body essentially kind of wants to do. So I'm finding that right balance between my emotions. And like for me, like if I'm gonna give any sort of like tips or whatever when it comes to like this gentle lifestyle, this gentle adulting, this gentle woman versus like being a soft girl, I think it's more so like being a gentle woman. Like I think for me it's like, how do I talk to myself and how do I treat myself? Do I take myself on dates? I just took myself to brunch like a week ago and I loved it. Like, am I taking care of myself? Am I seeing myself as a soft girl? Am I watching how I speak to people? Am I not taking judgment on people? Am I not automatically defensive in my mind on what they may think of me, or what they're doing is like against me, or it's like personal? Like, stop taking everything personal. And I think that's been the biggest thing for me in like a gentle adulting. It's like, how do I speak to myself? How do I love myself? How do I cater to myself and the things that I want in life? Stop taking everything so personal. It's not a stab and a jab at me directly. Like, it just is what it is, and it's life, and people do with their own things how they want to. And I'm not going to harvest other people's energy that they may project onto me, or just create these ideas that people are like angry with me or disrespecting me or whatever it is. And we have all done this. And so I am changing my mindset of like, everything's not personal and it just is what it is. And then ultimately like practicing within like my friendships and my family and, you know, other people that I've encountered and even work on how I respond. And it's okay to be softer. Like, it's okay to be gentle. And if you are not received in the gentle tone that you give, then don't involve them in your life. Because they're either going to hear you like this, and that's okay, and they're going to hold space for you to be emotional or to express how you need to express in a healthy way, or they're just not. But changing your tone should not validate what you say or what you feel. So no need to hoot and to holler to get your point across, because they either were going to respect you when you say it like this or not at all. But there's no need to raise your voice and get out of character, and it's not going to change anything, because you're going to find yourself a week later, a month later, still hooting and hollering about the same thing. So save yourself the energy and either create healthy boundaries with those people in your life and allow them to be, and if they add to your adult, you know, gentleness that you're trying to give off, this gentle adult lifestyle, or X them out. But love yourself enough to, like, if this is something that you want to do, if you're trying to create this soft girl life, like, be real about also like the part that you play. Like I said, don't take everything to heart. Everything's not personal. Let down your ego and let them be who they are and what they said, and you don't need to cut back. You don't need to jab back. You don't need to harvest those energies. It doesn't need to be, here I go, exhausting myself on how I feel and my anger and my frustration because of what was said to me. If it's not gonna matter in the next 10 minutes, why do I care? If it's not gonna matter next week, if I can control that energy or those responses, then I'm gonna do so. but I'm gonna create this soft girl lifestyle because like this is what I want for myself. This gentle adulthood is where I would like to be. It's so much more peaceful than hooting and hollering or being angry. So process your emotions properly on what they are. If you are angry, you're angry. Okay, still be gentle with yourself. If you're sad, you're sad. Allow yourself to be emotional, and have that good balance of like, okay, I've processed my emotions, I felt how I felt, it's time to get up and keep moving forward. For me, for yourself, get up and keep moving forward, because whatever is best for you mentally and emotionally or physically, you gotta get up and keep going. But allow yourself that space to do so. Take time weekly to check in with yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Do something nice, whether it's get your hair done, get your nails done, take yourself to lunch by yourself, go for, you know, a walk, or sit in the house and try a new recipe and make dinner with a glass of wine and soft music with the lights low and the candles lit. Like, create this romantic, gentle lifestyle where a day where you're just gentle, where you're just like, I feel real girly. If we're gonna be honest about it, where it's just like, I feel really girly, I feel really cute, I feel really dainty, I feel like a flower, I feel very gentle. Like, handle me with care. I feel like a flower, and I want to create this life that I feel like a flower, and I am blooming, and I am nourished, and I am doing what I need to do to get things done. I'm progressing, I'm working hard, and I'm coming at life, and I'm stepping on next to get things done. But like, I don't have to be aggressive about it. I don't have to be mean about it. Like, get the chip off your shoulder. That thug it out mentality adds so many layers of like chips on your shoulders, because you don't process the things that you're feeling, because it's like, thug it out, go, keep going. Get the chips off your shoulder, make peace with the things that you have gone through, that you have dealt with, and move forward and be gentle. And just be gentle with yourself. The soft girl lifestyle is essentially just being gentle with yourself. So hopefully this is something that's gonna be helpful for you guys, for anyone that's looking to create like that soft girl lifestyle. Feel free to also comment below anything that you do that helps you create this gentle, soft woman lifestyle for you, or soft person lifestyle for you, and tell me how, you know, it's going. And we're gonna check back in as we are trying this new soft girl lifestyle. And yeah, I'm gonna check in on with y'all and like how it's going for me. But it was something that I recently decided, like literally just a couple weeks ago, where I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. It's so draining for myself. I want to be gentle with myself. I want to be gentle with my energy towards others. I want to be gentle in the way that I speak. I want to be gentle in how I express myself. Everything doesn't have to be hard. Everything doesn't have to be strong. Everything doesn't have to be like, like where you're just like, power. It just doesn't have to be like that. And for others, if that's the way they want it to be, and that's what they want, that's fine. Just personally for me, I'm at a place in my life now where I'm like, I want to be a flower. I don't want to, you know, say a lady or a woman, because you could be a lady and a woman, and you have that sort of personality or that energy, that aggression that you just like, and that's fine. So I don't want to say I'm not a lady if I don't act like that. But I want to be more gentle, and I want to be like a flower, and that's just how I'm gonna act. Those are like sort of those interpersonal goals that I have when it comes towards myself. And I figured I'd just share that with you guys because like I said, this is kind of like a trend or whatever, like this soft girl lifestyle. And I am like the opposite of a soft girl. Like, if you know me personally, it's like, yeah, it's like that. Like, hopefully this has been something that, like, if you're someone like me, similar, where you have this more like this tougher nature, this like thug it out, this like hard body girl life that you've always just kind of been, hopefully this resonated with you as well. If you're looking to change into more that gentle like lifestyle, let me know. Like I said, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Connect with me and chat with me on all socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all the same username, exactly what it is here on YouTube, HNYBRI. Follow me, connect with me, chat with me, let me know you've seen one of my videos. Again, make sure you guys subscribe. It means a lot to know that I'm connecting with you guys and growing my subbies and growing the honeys. You guys are the honey subbies. So, and we're gonna create this lifestyle together, and we're gonna check back in and see then how we are blooming as our gentle flowers. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, girl.